This right here, Rhyne Howard trying to get in Caitlin Clark's face, and Clark just looks her dead in the eye and says, "I'm not scared of you." This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say the refs, and Atlanta thought they had CC figured out. They put her in foul trouble and let Howard bully her all game so they can steal another game from Indiana. But what they got instead was sweet revenge. Sophie Cunningham brought that veteran grit and was flying around like a woman possessed. Natasha Howard dominating in and outside the paint. And Caitlin? Wait until you see how she impacted this game without even making a three-pointer. 2 days ago, Atlanta stole one from Indiana at home. I'm not gonna lie, that loss was frustrating to watch. But see, what Atlanta didn't realize is that sometimes when you beat a team like that, you just make them hungrier. Right from the jump, I knew something was up with these refs. CC breathes on somebody. Whistle. Boston looks at a player wrong. Foul.
With both Clark and Boston with 4 fouls.
Boston and Clark have combined for 4 points.
Meanwhile, Atlanta comes out firing. Brianna Jones hits the first shot, a deep 3. Then she hits another one. Caitlin and Boston try to answer back with that connection, but then Rhyne Howard starts feeling herself. Deep 3. And before you know it, they're up 14-5. See, this is exactly what happened last game. Atlanta getting hot early while the refs let them play football. The physical play was ramping up with every possession. Rhyne Howard was all over CC. Full court pressure. Bumping. Just making her life miserable. And then this happens. After one too many bumps, they start going at it. But here's what gave me chills. CC doesn't back down 1 inch. She looks Howard right in the eye and says, "I'm not scared of you." See, this is what separates players who fold from players who are built different. And what happens immediately after? Hull comes down and scores. Then she drains a 3. Sophie checks in and hits a clutch 3 with seconds left. You try to punk our girl, we're going to respond as a team. Sophie plays the entire second quarter, and I'm telling you, this woman was everywhere. But here's where the game got beautiful for me. Caitlin's shot wasn't falling, but watch this pass. She sees Natasha Howard cutting before Howard even knows she's cutting. See, this is what great point guards do. When one thing's not working, they find another way to kill you. Then Caitlin throws this ridiculous half-court pass to Sophie for the reverse layup. I literally said, how did she even see that? Out loud to my TV. By halftime, we're up 37-34. And I'm thinking, this is what championship teams do. They don't panic when the initial plan doesn't work. They just find another gear. Man, what Natasha Howard did in the third quarter should be illegal. She starts with a floating shot, then hits a 3, then another layup. This woman was unconscious, but Atlanta wasn't going down easy. Pow Pow hits back-to-back 3s, and I'm thinking, here we go, they're making their run. Then comes my favorite moment of the whole game. Sophie steals it from Rhyne Howard, the same Rhyne Howard who tried to bully CC. Then Sophie hits the fast break 3. See, that's basketball karma right there. You try to intimidate someone, and it comes back to bite you. Now, here's the crazy part. Caitlin goes 0 for 5 from 3. This woman hadn't missed all her 3s since Iowa, but she still found ways to impact winning. Fourth quarter starts, and Clark comes out with that amazing spin move around Howard.
Steal. Caitlin's got the rebound again, though. Here she goes.
Clark spinning away from Howard. Oh, she got to
the same Howard who tried to punk her. The disrespect was beautiful, but this game wasn't going down easy. Howard hits to take the lead. Hull answers.
Rhyne Howard said, "I ain't done yet." She remembers that sweep from last season as Lexi Hull buries one. The defense went under the screen and Hull said, "That's too much."
Howard comes right back. This was 2 teams throwing haymakers. Then Alicia Gray makes her plays, and Atlanta's up 4. I'm thinking, oh no, here we go again. But then Mitchell hits that clutch 3.
Big stop for Atlanta here. Kelsey lines it up. Why not?
What a time to come alive and hit.
Boston gets the layup from Clark, and Sophie seals it with free throws. See, this is what happens when you try to break a team that's building something special. You just make them stronger. I was quite impressed with how they won this game, even though CC had a bad game. Natasha Howard, 26 points and 7 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 17 points. And Clark, 11 points and 6 assists while shooting 0 for 5 from 3. See, Atlanta learned something tonight. You can't break players who are building toward greatness. You just make them hungrier. This Fever team has now won 2 out of 3 games, and I can feel something building. They just won a dogfight on the road. They showed they won't be intimidated. Most importantly, they showed they're more than just one player. What did y'all think of the game? Drop a comment below.